Hi darlings, this is Christina at Makeup Box FYI, and today we have a new little treat. You've seen a lot of people reviewing this product, saying how amazing this launch is, but I've been trying it and I got some thoughts. So without further ado, let's get into it. I am going to be reviewing the Ysl Couture Mini Clutch in the color 200 Gueliz Dream. I hope I'm not butchering that. And this packaging, I mean, this is stunning. It looks like a mini YSL bag, right? Like the camera bags is what this is really reminding me of, and I know there's a lot of different bags with this type of leather with the design, but this is stunning quality. You know, when I compare the Clé de Peau palette, that one had the packaging that was an additional $30, $34, something like that, where this, you're getting the amazing product, the packaging that's gorgeous, all for $68. I believe it's $68. So I think it's quite a, it's still an expensive palette, but you're definitely, I think, getting more bang for your buck when we're talking luxury packaging, right? Let's dig right in. So as you can see, the colors, they are very mid-tone, and I'm gonna swatch them for you. The colors. And as you can see, it's a very warm toned reddish brown. It's leaning into like a reddish brown finish. It's very pretty, very neutral. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this shade here, which I'm gonna show you better here, is the one that did me in. You know I love a sparkle, you know I love a shine, and when I saw this in like this beautiful pearlescent sand beigey color, I was like, I must try this. I must. That is the thing that did me in for this particular palette, because I wasn't sure if I wanted to review it initially, but there was a lot of good reviews, and while I'm on the borderline of trying a product or reviewing a product, I do like to look at some of the reviewers that I love and trust. I was smitten with that color. So let's just dig right in. We're gonna start this color here, guys, in a little bit with this color here. So I was quite surprised about the finish of these cream eyeshadows. They're super duper creamy for a powder. They're what I hoped Dior would be, truly. I mean, if Dior's powders were creamy like this, oh, game changing for Dior. Even before the reformulation, they were never this creamy. So I have to say, YSL did an amazing job at curating this collection and making it very wearable for people of all ages, because as we, you know, get older, you have more, you know, a little more problematic skin, in the sense where we just can't use the things we used to, like ColourPop and, you know, the drier formulas that may be a little less expensive, but they're just not flattering on our lids that are getting a little drier and things. So that is the first shade. As you can see, it's very pigmented. I was able to apply that with such ease. That out with a little fluffy brush. But I am enjoying this product. Okay, so now I'm going to take like this reddish shade here. I'm just gonna put it right here. And because of the different finishes, I feel like there's so many ways you can wear this palette. You know, I always say you don't have to wear all the shades in the palette. You just can play with a few. Many times I'll just pull out a palette and may use one shade and play with other shadows to get like this look I'm going for. I told you again, like I'll tell you, to many of my subscribers, and hello to my newer subscribers, but I love makeup and I will pull out as many palettes as I want to create a look I want, and it does not bother me. I don't need to have everything in one palette. I honestly think that's an unrealistic expectation for one palette to be able to provide everything you need, you know? So yeah, that's my feelings on that. Going into that brown color, which I didn't tell you I was doing, but that's what I'm doing. And very nice. This brown is showing up. Unlike in the Dior palette, the one I love, which is Pearl. Love that shadow, but you know, now I feel like I need to use the Clé de Peau primer to make those shades gorgeous, flattering ultimately. So you saw that. I literally created this beautiful, rich, like smoky eye in a few minutes. I think this is extremely user-friendly. My eye, and bring everything together. This is extremely user-friendly. It is easy. This is perfect for like those, like, I need to hurry up and get out of the house and I don't have a lot of time to put this look together. You know, sometimes I get ahead of myself. I don't give myself enough time to do those very dramatic looks for work. And then I'm like, oh my God, how am I gonna make this, put this all together and make it okay when it's not okay? Because you need time to develop very complex colors. It takes a lot of blending time. It takes, you know, just need time to do it. And sometimes you just don't have the time, right? So now we're gonna go over the shade that I was most disappointed. So it's funny. I actually loved the shadows way more than I thought I was going to, and didn't like the shimmer as much as I thought. So this is the color. It is, as you can see, it picks up like these flakes. It's not very, it's just not very creamy. So I have used this in many ways. I have put it with my finger. I've used Fix Plus and packed it on with a brush. No matter what I do, as pretty as it is right now, I will lose this color by the end of the day. It will blend in with all the other colors on my eyes. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm actually going to use some of my Dior concealer. I'm gonna do like a cut eye situation because I personally feel like that's the only way we may not lose this color. And it's the only thing that I haven't done with this eyeshadow yet. Will help me keep that color, because that color, it goes away, guys. It is the most disappointing. And I hadn't received this palette by the time the Pat McGrath Mothership 11 launched. And I was like, you know, I have a budget for my makeup that I review, and I'd already purchased this and a few other things. I was like, it's not in budget, right? And hopefully this will satisfy my need for Mothership 11, because I saw this beautiful astral shade that I don't have anything like, which is like a peachy, it's like some peachy gold color. I already know all the palettes and all the looks I would use for that. And I was like, oh, I'm hoping this gorgeous color will satisfy that need. Wrong. It does not satisfy the need. I still am gonna need that palette. And I'm gonna be real honest with you. I was gonna skip. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's gonna get reviewed. Because we're in a new month and I have a new budget and it's coming, okay? So I don't know how many people have interest in the new Mothership palette. I only have one of her others, which is the Utopian Dream, which I love. But yeah, I say that all to say I segmented off to talk about why this color was most disappointing and why I'm gonna feel like I still have a hole in my makeup need, which is that beautiful peachy, like iridescent shade. This is a beautiful color, guys, but like just disappointing the way it performs. I should know better that like no brand is gonna be quite like Pat. Okay, she's very unique. Not an indie brand to me or anything of that nature is going to replicate her type of Astro Blitz shades. I have so many little quads with her Astro Blitz shades. I even have the one single palette with all Astro Blitz shades. So I should know better. I'm just packing it on because there's a little bit of like patchiness when I wet my brush. So I'm just going over it with my eyes, and then let's just blend again to bring all those. This is just a brush that I haven't put any anything on. We're going to get a little Q-tip. We're going to clean up these sides here. So when the color's a little too close to the inner of your eye, it could create like a very dark look and make your eyes overall look tired and just a little too heavy. You want to keep this area here bright, unless you're going for a very specific avant-garde look, which I'm not doing with this palette. So I will take that same brush that has no makeup on and just blend a little, so it's not such harshness in the two different colors. There we go. Okay, darlings, so this is the look that I created. So now I'm going to go and do my mascara, my liner, put on a little bronzer and blush, and come back to you with my final thoughts on the YSL palette. Alright, darlings, this is the final look. I put on some bronzer, you know, all the things I love. These are not new products. Everything I wear will be linked down below, but this gives a very nice, rich, it is giving me a little bit of fall vibe, but it's still very wearable for this time. And overall, I think these palettes are fantastic. I think it's very user-friendly. So if you're a first-time makeup wearer or you're new to makeup, it is creamy, it is buttery, they're easy to blend, and the pigmentation is there. So you actually get to see all the colors on their own, doing their own fantastic thing. Only complaint obviously is gonna be that shimmer color, but other than that, loving, okay? This palette, I will be reaching for it a lot. It's gorgeous to look at. Now, in comparison to like some of the newer breakout releases, so like the Clé de Peau, you know, I reviewed this one and it's in the coral, pink coral shells. Formulas are also very creamy. Gonna swatch. So these are two of the regular shadows. So you see, I would say, let's see, to compare them. So that one was like one of the shimmery shades. So I'll compare one of the other shades here. One of the shimmers, the YSL shimmer here, and then one of its creamy. So these two are the YSL swatches, and these two are the Clé de Peau. And I would say the Clé de Peau are a little more luminous. They have the primers built into them, so they're going to be more luminous in a very elegant way, where these YSLs are going to be just a little more creamy, but a little more pigmented, if that makes sense. More luminous, creamy, but the same type of smoothness, the same that doesn't exaggerate texture, which, you know, we all want to avoid, which is a normal thing. This is our skin. But overall, absolutely love it. So I think it's worth it. Do I feel like I need any more of these? Not right now. I think I picked the perfect shade of all of them. I think this is the one that called to me the most, and the one that is most complementary with my skin tone, with my eye color and everything. And I think it'd be very complimentary on many people who are warmer in tone. It kind of leans into the warmth in just a most elegant and beautiful way. So that is my review of the YSL Tour Mini Clutch Palette. I hope this helped you guys. If you're interested in purchasing it, you tell me in the comments, are you interested in this palette? Was it something that intrigued you? Have you purchased it already? Do you enjoy it? I'd love to talk to you guys more down in the comment section. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, a beautiful week, and I will catch you in the next ones.